Hey, hey, how is everyone? Hi guys, I'm in a different room this week, so I don't have the curtains up, so you'll have to excuse the doorknobs. Wayne, how you going? Mandy, how are you? I'm playing around with different. Oh, I'm playing around with different things, logos and stuff. It's called Learn as You Go. Oh, look here, background. What happens there? Nothing. Okay. Shalom Motek, Manishma. Francis, how you going? I'm sorry I don't have the curtains behind me. I'm in a different room. So yeah, you're gonna have to deal with the doorknobs. But at least the curtains aren't falling off, right? Cheers. How is everyone? Are you all right? How's everyone's week been? Biba. Hi, Belinda. How are you, sweetheart? Julie, how you going? Awesome. Ken. Tough. Good. All right. How's everyone's week? Does anybody want to share how your week is? How's everybody coping with COVID? If you're new, let me know. As I did last week, I'm not going to put everyone on a list this week. What I'm actually going to do is leave it up to spirit. And if I'm drawn to you, I will pick a reading. Okay. That way it's just to avoid disappointment for those that really want or really need a reading, as opposed to people that just want one. And I don't mean to be harsh with that one, but sometimes there's people that come on board and they're really shy and they don't ask for a reading necessarily, but spirit goes, nah, they need one. And so I've had to restructure it based on what spirit's guidance is. So if you do want a personal reading, I've got the email scrolling across the screen at the present time. This week I actually implemented a new reading, which is a $25 one question reading. Goes for about 15 minutes because sometimes, number one, don't have the money to actually spend on a reading. And, I like to put it out there that I'm available to everybody, that everybody has something that they can afford. You shouldn't have, everybody's entitled to guidance. That's what I believe. And even though as a medium, I do have to make a living, I also like to make sure that everybody that needs guidance can afford guidance. So I've just put out there like $25 reading. Goes to about 15 minutes. It's one question. And so people can actually book in using the email that's on the screen at the present time. Or I've still got my 1 hour readings as well. And yeah, so they're a little bit more expensive, but if you're interested in those, just email the email that's scrolling across and we'll book you in for reading. Carmen, how are you? New one. Vivi, how you going? Francis, where's the picture of our totem duck? How is she? How's everyone Sunday? I've been packing all day because I'm actually moving, and I've got stuff absolutely everywhere because whenever I move, I always declutter. I don't like carrying stuff with me that I'm not actually using. And so whenever I move, I sort of like resort boxes and repack boxes and go through absolutely everything, which is really cool. But before we start tonight, there's something that I need to address. And I would like to dedicate tonight's show to my grandmother, Janet Isabel Henderson, who would have turned 106 today. And it's because of her and my mother that I have this amazing gift. As you can see in my pocket is a little white handkerchief, and this is actually my grandmother's handkerchief, and is one of the most sacred things to me. Every time we left, she would wave her little white hanky, and it's very significant to our family, her white handkerchiefs. And quite often when I'm doing a platform show, I'll tuck her handkerchief into my lapel pocket. So today I have that with me, and I'd just like to dedicate this banter to her. She was an incredible woman, and you know, I'm proud to call her my grandmother. So 106 today she would have been. That's incredible. We lost her 10 years ago, so seems like yesterday. But anyway, today's show is for her, so I just had to say that. Also today I just wanted to talk about letting go, and since I'm in like the whole decluttering thing, I just want to talk to everyone about, you know, just letting go of stuff that we don't need anymore, letting go of stuff that we you know, we don't have you know, any use for. My cousins are online, bless them. Loretta, how you going? I know, I can't believe she would have been 106 today. Incredible. It's like yesterday we lost her. But anyway, so I want to talk about decluttering and letting go of stuff we don't need, both physically and also energetically as well. You know, there's so much stuff that we don't use, and we have it shoved in corners, we have it shoved in you know, drawers and cupboards and all sorts of little nooks and nooks and crannies. We don't use it. Like, I'm pulling out stuff that I've been carting around for probably 15 years, and I'm like, what have I even got this stuff for anymore? You know, I've just pulled out a heap of crystals and put them online to sell because I just don't use them anymore. And it's not to say they're not worth anything. You know, they're incredible museum quality crystals, but I'd rather somebody actually utilize them and continue their journey. You know, I use them. I learned from them what I need to learn from them. I implemented that knowledge into my know-how, and now I've moved on from that. So I want to give it to somebody else. So if anybody's after some crystals, jump onto my Facebook page. They're selling like hotcakes. They are incredible energies. I've had them with me for nearly 20 years. They're my personal collection. But I just don't need them anymore. And so I just want to say, like, how many people, you know, don't need stuff anymore? 101 in September. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, so it's like I just want people to have a look at what we hang on to, both physically and energetically, the lessons that we hang on to, the people that we hang on to also. I think, you know, something that's been coming up for me in the last week is a lot of crap from my own personal past. I mean, I've made some pretty hairy decisions in my life, as those that know me personally will agree to. But you know what? This last couple of weeks, I've been slamming those doors, bolting them shut, and not looking back. Look, there's my bestest friend in the world, Shelley. Hey, babe. Hey there, you. I haven't messaged back about the pigs. I love those pictures. But yeah, anyway, it's about letting go of stuff. And so for me, I've been slamming doors left, right, and center. I mean, I had letters from past relationships, and I just been like burning the crap out of everything. And it's such an invigorating and releasing feeling to actually let go of stuff you don't need anymore, let go of stuff that you don't have any use for anymore. And Julie, yeah, like seriously, I'm like throwing out stuff and I'm like, what even is this? Sugar mama, how you going, babe? Marty, how you going? So, you know, guys, get into your cupboards and have a look at what you've actually got, and you know, have a look at what you don't need anymore. I mean, come on now. You know, those size 6 pants that you wore when you were 18 are not going to fit your, you know, middle-aged fat ass. It's not going to happen. It's, you know, I mean, I've hung on to some clothes and I'm like, really, love these jeans, going to get into them. There is no way in hell. Like, seriously, I'd be lucky to get a calf into them. And so it's about, you know, letting go. Yeah, they were part of our life, but let it go. Get rid of it. Give it to somebody that actually can appreciate it. You know, there's so much stuff that we collect. I mean, you know, we're like little hoarders. I'll just grab this in case I need it for next time, and I'll hang on to this in case I need it for next time. And babe, you know what? There's no next time, guys. There's no next time. There's just a now. Right here, right now. So I want each and every one of you to go into your cupboards this week and get rid of some stuff that you don't need. That's your challenge. Jody, how are you going? That's your challenge. So yeah, that's what I've been doing today and the last couple of weeks. You know, decluttering, getting rid of stuff that I don't need. I mean, I'm a minimalist now anyway. I don't have heaps of stuff. And I still can get rid of stuff. What's my niece written? You never know. I threw clothes out and would fit it into them not long ago. You change your hair color like you change your knickers. Probably more. I struggle to. Oh, books are different. Books are different, Trisha. Right? Books don't come into that equation. Okay, you can never have enough knowledge. You know, I've got books in my reference collection I don't think I've even read, but in case I might need it. And you know what? It does come in handy. Books do come in handy because I have students contact me and, you know, they ask, have you got this or you've got that? You've got something on this. And my students, I'll teach something different to each week. And I'll just go to my bookshelf and pull out something and, you know, there'll be something there for them. So, yeah, no, books don't come into that equation. Don't even go there. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. So there's a lot more probably to go. But if you are interested in any crystals, I've got some incredible quartz crystals for sale. A lot of them are master crystals as well. So I don't know those of you that actually, you know, work with crystals, but you know, some of these are exceptional quality. And, you know, back in the day when I had my shop, you know, it was pre-wholesale sales. So it was like we got it before the wholesalers got it. And the quality of some of these crystals is just phenomenal. And I've been really blessed to have them in my care all these years. So yeah, now it's time for them to move on. What else have I gotten rid of this week? Oh, just like picture frames with like nothing in them. I don't know, like why do I have a picture like piff? Get rid of that. So yeah, I'm offloading again. Every time I go somewhere, I get rid of it. If anybody needs like a model head, like for hairdressing, and a model head and a model stand, give me a buzz. Hey, because I've got that there too. I haven't advertised that yet. Mum, you're online. I've just just dedicated tonight's show to Nana on her 106th birthday, and I've got her little white hanky in my lapel tonight, Mum. So happy birthday to her. Maria had a good week. Yeah, I've had a busy week. Not so much with readings. I've been sort of like not busy with readings this week, and that's a great thing from time to time because it allows you to do other stuff. And so this week I've been working on a website, and what's ugly? This week I've been working on a website and whole other stuff, catching up on my admin stuff, and then we'll smash out the readings next week. So it's been really good. It's all about balancing. I'll accept the challenge if for every clothes item I clear out, I'll lose 1 kilogram. Oh, but I'm throwing out everything I own then. If I lost that much, that would be good. All right, so I'm going to have a bit of fun tonight with the readings. Let me just check that I can do this. So, Mel, are you online? My cousin sent me sent me a deck of dark crystal cards ages ago, like ages ago. And they're so cute. Look, got little pictures of Jen on them. So I thought that, you know, in line with the Mr. Men, we'd have a crack at reading with dark crystal cards because I love Jim Henson. The head is ugly. What head? I know. See, like, my cousin sent me these because she knows how much I love the dark crystal, and I've had these cards sitting in a drawer, as you do, and whilst decluttering today, I actually pulled out the dark crystal cards. Oh, look, there's Olga. How cool is she? Awesome. Look at that. Hope one of you gets that because that's so cool. Olga. Keeper of secrets. We can do this, guys. We can read with these. These are gonna be so fun. So yeah, so that's basically what we're talking about, decluttering. Oh, the ugly hairdresser model head. I thought you were like telling me my head was ugly. I'm like, you made it. Tammy, welcome. How are you going? Is there anybody else that's new here? Let me know. Julie Goody, love the dark crystal. Everyone loves the dark crystal. How can you not love the dark crystal? Seriously. But I have to say, I wasn't overly impressed with the remake, the new one. I couldn't get into it. I watched it, and yeah, I was quietly disappointed with it. It's just not the same. Some things you don't touch. Melanie, how are you? Welcome to the banter. Thanks for letting me know. If you are new, give me a hey so I know. And I'll try and do you a reading today. I always try and do readings for the new ones, which is really important. These are so cool, these cards. Yeah, that's it. I thought I had a background organized for this thing, but I always screw it up somehow. How you going, guys? Welcome. I can see a lot of newbies on tonight. That's amazing. So yeah, I did have a banter organized, a virtual one, but I don't know. It went into the world of nothingness, and now you just have to suck it up with a doorknob. So I'm sorry. But anyway, at least it's not a curtain that's coming off the rails, hey? Okay. Does anybody have any questions for the week or any guidance that they're seeking? Let me see. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, you have lots of doors, which is quite fitting with what you said you've done this week with closing. I have closed a lot of doors this week, Carmen, and it feels amazing. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I've carried around emotionally and a lot of stuff that I've carried around energetically. And, you know, it's time to shut those doors and take that big step forward. Kylie, no. You know the answer is no on that one. Sarah, how are you? So yeah, this house is full of doors. It's an old ski lodge. But anyway. Julie, it's everybody. Okay. You know, I think that COVID is really starting to affect everybody on a mental and energetic level. And you know, like I was talking to mom today, and it's like nobody's got anything to talk about. And it's like, you know, hey, how's your washing? Yeah, great, thanks. Would love to know if my daughter is making the right decision with her love life and if things will work out with her partner. I love some guidance for her work career if you have some time. Okay, let's have a look. Let me see what I can answer for you guys. Oh my God, you're going so fast. Wait a minute. My eyeballs are too slow. Let me go back a bit. Wait, come on. Kylie, you're not going to stay in your job. I'm going to put a 3-month limit on it. I've been telling you that for ages. Julie, you're not feeling lost. You're just being given the space to actually go within and have a look at yourself. Whenever we're feeling lost, we're actually feeling disconnected from our soul purpose and disconnected from who we are. And so what happens is they disconnect us from the outside world, which then enables us to go internally and actually start to deal with things on that level. So direct yourself internally, babe. Have a look at what you need. Have a look at where you are. Have a look at the things that you don't want in your life. Have a look at the things that you can move on from. You know, have a look at your declutter. What can you let go of? And this can be anything. This can be people. You can let go of people. You can let go of size 6 number jeans. You know, you can let go of just crap you don't need anymore. I don't know why you're hanging on to that old mix master. You know, there's 10 new versions available now, and you're working with one from the 1960s. You know, just little things like that. It's about upgrading. You know, we have to upgrade our life from time to time. And I think that, you know, where we are on an energetic level, you know, that's where we have to sort of like move our life towards and move us towards as well. It's like you can't, if you imagine our life like a computer, okay, you can't, you know, you can't run Windows 6 off a Windows 10 computer. It's just not going to work. It's like when the mobile phones upgrade as well, you know, the programs stop working. And that's exactly how our life is, and that's how we are as energetic beings. You know, we stop working, and that's why we feel disconnected and lost, and you know, can't find ourselves and things like that. So Julie, go inside and have a look at yourself, reconnect, upgrade, reboot, do all those things, and you know, declutter, you know, clear out your trash in your trash bin, all that sort of stuff, and get rid of it. I think that's, you know, I think that's what the spirit wants to actually talk about and what they want to say. I'm just reading your messages. Just bear with me. Harikia Claire Ceramentis, how is everything going for you? You're asking. Having a look at you, I'm going to actually draw your aura, okay? So that's what I'm being guided to do. So just bear with me, guys. I'm seeing your messages. What? Somebody's asked how they are. So let's have a look. Let's see how they are on an energetic level. You've seen me do the aura readings before, but we're going to do one again, okay? Let's have a look, see what's there. Trisha Hanley, I feel like there's some study coming in for you. Work and career, I feel like there's a few changes that are coming in. And I just want to say to you, embrace it, okay? All right. So I'm doing an aura reading for her Hariki. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry, babe. Claire Ceramentis. So I apologize if I spelled your name wrong or said it wrong. But I'm going to your aura reading. Let me just pick up a couple of these other readings. A lot of people are asking about jobs and employment, and I feel as if this is the time to actually implement and make changes. If you're not happy in your job, what are you going to do about it? Okay, now is the time to look at study options. Now is the time to look at redirecting. So Tammy, not Tammy, sorry, Vivi, you're asking about job, and Trisha's asking about job. Kylie's asking about job. Everybody's, you know, jumping on and asking about jobs. And I'm just feeling like I want to say to you, have a look at your work. Are you happy there? Okay. If you're happy in your job, it's not work. Okay. It's not work. If you're happy in it, if you love what you do, it's not work. And so now is the time to actually have a look at, you know, do you love your work? is it something that you want to continue for the rest of your life, or do you want to do something else? I mean, we're all trapped in houses at the present time for the better part. Well, if you're in Victoria, you are. And so now's the time to actually have a look. I feel like not only for me, but for everybody generally, you know, a lot of doors are actually starting to close, and we are leaving the past in the past. And it's almost like the past is just totally dropping off that timeline. Now, I know as a medium, the timeline sits flat, so it runs that way. But I feel like at the moment where things are, as we're going into this shift, we're coming along here, and the past is just going like bang, and it's down. And so now we have this new timeline that's coming in. And so I feel like there's a big upgrade coming for everybody. A lot of study coming in for people as well. So Vivi, I feel like there's study coming in for you. I feel like you're going to stay in the current type of work that you're in, but there might be a cross, like a jump across in a different department or something along the lines of that. Harika, I'm going to do your aura read. Trisha, again, I feel like there's study there coming in for you. I feel like you're going to have two choices, though, okay? Left or right, I'm going to go in the middle with it. So think outside the box a little bit. There's three opportunities. There might be two main ones and then a third maybe. I almost want to go with a third maybe, okay? But I want to have a look at it a little bit deeper. Trisha, don't listen to what other people are saying about your work and your career. I want you to concentrate on you and what you need, okay? Because I feel like there's a lot of lip surface near and around you. There's a lot of people that might have an opinion as to what they think you should be doing, but I just want you to focus on you, where you are and what you need for the minute, okay? And just remember, guys, that no matter what you choose, there's nothing set in concrete. You can go back or you can choose another career path. You know, life is about making choices. Life is about developing your soul and you know, connecting to your soul purpose and, you know, making memories and those type of things. And there's nothing there that says that you can't, you know, you have to stay on this path. You can try 20 different paths if you want. It makes no difference. As long as you're happy and as long as you're enjoying what you're doing. A happy person is going to be a productive person. Remember that. So I hope that's given you some guidance there. Where am I at? Yeah, Sarah, you've always been your worst enemy, and you've always been stuck in you know, always been stuck in self-doubt with you. And I just want to, you know, put my foot up your butt a little bit and say, come on now, you know better. I've seen you work on so many different levels. I've seen you release as well. And I remember you releasing too. And I feel like you're hanging on to stuff as well, just to sort of like let go, Sarah. Vivi, yeah, don't worry about it. There's going to be something that's coming, okay? So hold on to that. But I feel like whatever it was, it's parallel to something that you may have done if you don't feel like you're jobless. I feel like you have purpose. So just hold on to that. Are you volunteering or working for or doing something different at home? I just feel like there's no purpose there, okay? Marty, I'm not going to do any mediumship readings tonight. If you want to contact your dad, then you're more than welcome to contact me privately. The email is running across the screen at the present time. I'm just finding that some of the mediumship readings that I'm doing online are really personal, and I don't think it's appropriate for everybody and for the viewers, if that makes sense. And so I will be limiting the actual mediumship side of things and concentrating more on the psychic and the card reads and the general readings, and of course the banter as well. But occasionally, if I am called to, then yeah, I will bring through a spirit. But it's certainly not going to be like it was in the past, where, you know, everybody just came bowling in. You know, there will be maybe a mediumship night that I might do for people. But if you want to contact your dad, honey, please contact me, and I'm more than happy to book that in for you. Yeah, it's just some things that are quite sensitive, and with people the way that they are at the present time, and with, you know, everybody being stuck in COVID and things like that, the sensitive level is quite high and people are quite raw. And so I've just been guided to just step back a little bit from bringing spirit through. Now, that doesn't mean that your dad's not with you, sweetheart. He's always with you. Remember that. And, you know, there are signs and symbols, of course, but it just means that in this forum. It's not something that I'm comfortable doing on every single banter, okay, because I've just been guided by spirit to work a different way. And I explained this to people a couple of banters ago, where now I'm going to be working a lot more with cards. Hey, Manny, now I'm going to be working a lot more with cards. I'm going to be reading psychically for a lot more people, trying to get as many reads as I can get in. But in regards to the mediumship readings, I'm just going to pause that for a little bit and push that to the side, and just ask people that if they do want a mediumship reading, please just contact me privately on the email that's running across the screen. At the moment, I do have readings for $25. They are one question, and they run for about 15 minutes, but you can get a lot in 15 minutes when you're working with spirits. So I hope you understand that. All right, let's have a look here. Kylie. Vivi, the job's going to find you, sweetheart, so just hold on there. Sarah, you want a partner, but nothing steps forward in the last 12 years. That's because you don't love yourself, sweetheart. You need to love yourself, and you need to embrace that. Work on you. Once you work on you, that relationship's going to come smashing right in. Melanie Fletcher, what is forever? Okay, I want you to take that expectation of forever, and I want you to actually step into the now and focus on the now, and put in as much as you can in the right here and the right now. Too many people focus on the past, and too many people focus on the future. And what happens is we forget about being in the right here and the right now. And so I just want to say, we're working on the now, guys. Okay, don't worry about what your relationship's going to. Just concentrate on developing it now, enjoying it now, and loving that person while they're here right in front of you. Do you have any Klingon spirits? How can you move them on? Francis, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about that. Klingon spirits? I don't think my guides would like to be called Klingons. But we have spirit near and around us all the time, of course. Okay, that's a given. We have our loved ones, we have friends, we have people that are out there. We have all those people all the time, and they definitely, they're definitely near and around us, and they definitely come in for us. If you want a spirit to move on, just tell them. Okay, they're not silly. Just say, look, you're making me uncomfortable. Please move on. And if they don't move on, then there are other ways that you can do. You can smudge, you can cleanse, you can meditate, ask them to leave. You can bring in guides that will actually move them on. So, Francis, there are so many ways that you can actually move on for spirit. But first of all, we've got to find out why they're there. They might have a message for you. So never know on that one, sweetie. Tam, how are you? You're welcome, Sarah. It's nice to get a kick in with you, because usually it's you kicking everyone else's butt. Tammy, you're right. Just finished submitting an assignment. Thought I'd hop on and say, hey, Fee, look what I'm reading with. I'm going to read with these today. Mel sent me these dark crystal cards. I'm going to read with these. All right. Hire a truck. What am I hiring a truck for? All right, I got to do this aura read. I'm distracted. And the aura read was for Mani. Where are you? Are you in Melbourne, or are you in Queensland? Like, where are you? Fee, aren't they cool? Kat, you will find someone, sweetheart, for sure. You will. As soon as you love yourself. Where am I going? Just bear with me. Hariklia. That's who I'm doing it for. All right, back here. You're in Hearsville. I thought you was in Queensland. That's it. One step at a time, Tam. I keep telling you that. Okay. Did anybody do anything special for the weekend while I'm drawing this? Your son's 13th birthday. It's been too cold to do anything. Hey, I know. I've got friends in Sydney, and they like had snow. It hasn't. I got a little ant running around here, which is a nice animal sign. I do have ants. I have a question. Did I have someone watching me sleep this afternoon? Oh, he's on me. Look at this. I've got a little ant. I don't know if you can see him. He's running around. So ant medicine, while I have him running around on me, is about asking for help. He's obviously come in to say hey to everyone. I don't know where he is now. He's running on me somewhere. Ant medicine is about asking for help. You know, you can do things on your own, of course. The ant can, you know, carry so much weight on his own. I mean, we've all seen them drag spiders and all sorts. He's running on me. You know, all sorts. Look at him. Ooh, little uncle. We've all been able to work on our own and really pull things through. But as ants do, I mean, I've seen ants carry leaves that are like 5 times the size of them, 6 times the size of them, drag whole spiders in. You know, they'll try and drag anything in if they think they can. But if they actually work as a colony, they can achieve so much more. So ant medicine is about strength. Because of what they can lift above and beyond their own body weight. And it's also about asking for help. And I think this little guy's just come in here tonight to give us all a bit of a message. Get off me. Just to remind us that, you know, we can ask for help, especially as we're going through, you know, so much changes and things with our mental health. And you know, you'd have to be lobotomized to not be, you know, being affected by what's actually going on in the world at the present time. You know, you'd have to be not, you know, silly not to feel that. And, you know, the ant is just reminding us to, you know, reach out to people. You know, if you're feeling low, reach out to somebody, Zoom with somebody, pick up the phone, send a message, send an email, whatever it is, just keep in contact, keep that connection there, ask for help. Because, you know, if we're all in it together and we all band together, then we're all going to get through. And so that's the message that this little guy's just rocked in to give us. And I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, but anyway, I'm just reading some of your messages. Nice. Raya. Hi, Raya. How are you, sweetheart? Are you good? We're doing all readings. I can do Raya's all reading, actually. Is she hanging about, Bec? So many people ask, can you read for children? And the answer that I always say is no. I don't normally read for kids because they're not developed yet. They're still in the process of developing, and so I'm really cautious when somebody comes to me and say, you know, can you read for my child? And I've been at festivals before, and actually, you know, kids come up to me and they're like 15 or 16, and I've turned them away because I just won't read for anybody under 18 psychically or mediumship wise. But I can do oral readings, and I will do this oral reading now, and then I'll do one for Raya as well. And you know, just a simple card. It just depends on what it is. Cards are easy to read for too, but you know, if anybody you know, reads for your child, I would question it because they're really impressionable and they take things literally, and you know, it can be quite hard when you say something or you tell something to somebody and you know, it doesn't come true. So it's just a matter of not getting hopes up and things like that. So this little guy's still running around here, and yeah, really cool. Hey, England. How you going? I actually heard from my families in England this morning. They were like, it's a beautiful morning in London, and they had 2 hours sleep because they've been partying all night, and they were playing cricket all day. So I told him to put on his whites and get out there in the sun. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. All right, let's do this reading. Okay, so now who was it for? Bear with me. Horikia, Ceramentes. Okay, here's your aura reading, babe. Okay, I know it's messy. Okay, but just sit with me. I'll explain it to you. I promise. It is a nice day. Whereabouts are you from, Daniela? Where are you? Are you in London, Midlands? Where are you? Up north? Are you in Liverpool? Okay, all right. So this aura reading is showing me that there's a lot of energy going on here. One thing that I do see is that there's a really big shift in regards to anger and frustration. You're in Yorkshire. Awesome. I miss the UK so much. Yeah, there's a lot of energy going on. There's a lot of shifting going on for you, Hari Clear, and I just feel as if like anger it has been near and around you, or a big part of you, and a big part of sort of like your internal journey for a little while. And I just want to say I can see that moving on. That I do see spirit working with you. So I don't know whether you work with spirit or whether you actually you are aware that you have the ability to listen and see to spirit. But there's a lot of gold in your auric field, which tells me that there's a higher consciousness that's coming in, that's going to be actually developing you. Okay, I do see some old past wounds that are relative as well that are coming up for you. But the one thing that I am noticing is that you're quite grounded in where you are at the present time. Move your, I want to move that energy forward. So I want to say to you, keep moving that energy, keep going with the flow, and actually don't look backwards, if that makes sense. Even if it's one step forward, guys, just make the one step forward, make the second step forward. If you fall back one, it doesn't matter. Just keep the energy flowing and knowing. Okay, there's a lot of green in this auric field as well, which tells me that there's a lot of healing coming in regards to pains of the past, is what I want to actually say. I'm hearing blue as well, so I know that there's a lot of voice that's going to come in for you as well. And I feel like you're actually stepping in to a stronger part of who you are. I don't see it as the here and the now, though. There's still a little bit of the journey to go, okay, because the energy in the auric field is still like quite in here, in this area here. I want to see that come out. I want to see that come out that way. I want to go out here. But I do see that it's in the process and it's actually shifting. I know you're getting a big push, and I know that there's some guidance coming as well. And I'm just feeling that there's an awakening for you. I can see a healing journey. And I feel that there's also a shift in regards to healing. So I don't know whether you've had a healing modality that you've let go of, or a healing modality that you started but didn't finish. But I'm just being guided to say to you that, the time is coming where that's going to resurrect, and it's going to actually come to the surface again. But don't let yourself become stagnant. Okay, it's okay to be grounded. It's great to be grounded. It's awesome to have that grounding energy, and to be able to walk solidly on the ground without having your head in the clouds. But sometimes we can become too bogged down, okay, too bottom heavy. And life is about balance. We have to balance the top, the yin and the yang. We have to balance all that we are. So the information that we receive from spirit, we have to bring through our entirety and actually ground that. But sometimes we become too grounded in motion. We get stuck, we feel lethargic, and we don't know where to go. It's like having your welly stuck in the mud. Okay, so what I want to say to you is, Harikia, just allow yourself to own this healing process. If anger comes up, let it be there, okay, but it will move on. Ask yourself in that moment, what am I angry about? What am I really angry about? Okay, you can't change other people, but you can change your reaction to other people. And that's what I want you to have a look at in the next couple of weeks. That's that for you. No, I haven't been to Yorkshire. and dropped my first card for the night. I never shuffled it once. Yeah, no, I haven't. I've been up in the Midlands and up in the Lakes District and Kent. But yeah, I was a bit envious of the sunshine in London town this morning when Joel sent it to me. All right. Okay, just bear with me. While I'm doing the auras, I'm going to do Raya's. Let's have a look. Child's aura is always different. When my son was in utero, it was the most incredible thing to see because all these chakras came in. I could see them all come in, and they were all gold. Every single one of them was gold. And then as he sort of like grew up and as he sort of like came into himself, the colors actually changed. And you know, it was yeah, it was really incredible to see those form. Yeah, my family is from Barrow-in-Furness, up in the Lakes District, Cumbria. So yeah, it's really good. But can you read for a parent about a child? I don't know, Tam. I'm going with what I'm being drawn to at the minute. So I really want to do this read for Raya because I know that it's probably her bedtime soon, and so I want to do that because she's on. Did you answer my question? All right. Now I've lost the black one. Seriously, I'm bad. Thanks, Daniela. I've got a thick tie on tonight. Yeah, usually sometimes I've been wearing the thin ties, but tonight I've got a double Windsor knot and a vintage tie. So yeah. Just bear with me while you knock this one out. Does anybody else do readings on here? I know you don't do readings for children, but can you read for a parent about a child, like how to support the child with their challenges? Mel, I was thinking about you today. I almost messaged you. So if you're around after this, I might message you. I'm holding a master class, and I thought you might want to be a part of it. All right, let me do this for Raya. Let's have a look here. A pinch of salt. Straight away. Just a pinch. Yeah, you want to be in it, on Mel? Yeah, it's just a masterclass that I've put together for mediums, and I thought of you today, and I'd love you to be a part of it. So I will add you to the event. Yeah, she's here. Don't you worry. Straight away, bang. So what I'm actually talking about is I have great grandmother, wouldn't it be? Yeah. So I have Raya's great grandma with me at the present time, and as soon as I stepped into to do Raya's aura, she was straight there straight away, and it just goes to show you just how protective spirit is of the young ones. Okay, I happen to know this family, and I know a bit about the story, and so yeah, it's I love this spirit. I have her quite often, and yeah, she's just coming in to overlook Raya to make sure that she's fine. She's fine. But yeah, straight away. And that's the other thing why you don't like reading for kids all the time. They're so protected. That they're so protected. And you have to be so gentle with children. And you got to be gentle generally for anybody that you're reading for, because you're actually you know, working with people's lives. And I've had people come to me in absolute hysterics telling me that they'd had a reading and they were told by the reader that they had no soul. And like the person was hysterical. I'm like, what do you mean you've got no soul? You wouldn't be sitting in front of me if you had no soul. They're like, I got no soul. And I'm like, oh, you poor woman. Another one came to me and she had been told that she would be dead in 6 months. And it's just like, what are these people doing? Like, you know, what are these people doing? I don't know. So yeah, I'm always very gentle with kids, and I'll do the aura readings and I'll do a card reading from certain decks, but that's it. I won't touch them till they're mature enough, until everything's come into play, everything's in balance, because they're so impressionable. This aura doesn't surprise me at all. Raya, did you hurt your knee? You got old knee? I got told I was pregnant with twins at age 80. Did I tell you that? I didn't tell you that. If I told you that, I'm getting off. If somebody, no way. I don't even remember that. You got told you were having twins? Where are they then? The black ones. Oh, she hurt her knee yesterday. Okay. Yeah, it's come through on the aura field, on the auric reading. So auras for me are like really accurate. It's where I kind of started my journey as a aura intuitive, and I've always read at Mind Body Spirit in the aura booth. So it kind of is quite an easy thing for me to do. I don't have to think too hard. You know, I just let spirit play with the crayons, and they're just like, you know, with these Crayola crayons. That's all I'm using, and I love these. Wow, I love it when you actually can do. So Bob, I didn't do that reading for you, did I? I would have smacked. Oh, I better shut up. It's my niece I'm talking to. I can do that. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up here in a minute. Raya, you have got a beautiful guide with you that's working with you at the present time, and you know, she's a guide that's actually working in helping you express yourself, sweetheart. And you know, it's just beautiful to see her actually come through on the paper. I'll show you in a minute. You probably won't be able to see it, but I can. And yeah, so she's going to be working with you in helping to express yourself and say what you need, and you know, what you want as you sort of like develop into a young girl, young woman, and move forward in life. So I'm going to show you this picture. Stop it there. No, it wasn't me. I didn't think it was. Okay. Right, so this is Raya's, and I don't know if you can see the blue, but it's definitely a guide that's sitting there. And it's a female guide, and I'm not getting a name. I'll have a look later. But Raya, the one thing that I do want to say to you is that your aura field is absolutely beautiful. There's a lot of gold sitting there, which is showing me exactly what's near and around you. You're highly protected. You know, not only do you have family protecting you, but you've got spirit protecting you as well. And there's a lot of purple there also. Now, you know, I've seen a couple of your pictures, and I know, you know, I know just what's near and around you because I can see your aura just by looking at pictures. but you are really connected and you are really in tune to things. You might know things, and I think you've guessed them and things like that. But as you get a little bit older, you might actually pick up the phone and know who's on the end of it, or you might know if someone's not okay and just check in on them, those type of things. This little, I don't know if you can see it. Wait a minute. Down here, where am I? I'm gonna get my thing right down here. There's a bit of red down there. See that? That's your knee injury. It tells me that you hurt your knee. And so I know that that's sitting there. That's just a little bit of a trigger. I also picked up one as well, and I feel it's like it's almost sitting above your hip. It might be a rib. So I feel like it's muscular though, more than anything. And so I just want to say you need to just warm up a little bit more. Hi, Pamela. How you going? I know you warm up your legs and stuff like that, but I want you to just warm up a little bit the rest of your body as well, because I think you concentrate on the lower half of your body and you forget about the top half sometimes. But the energy I'm seeing is absolutely beautiful. There's a lot of purple that's sitting there that tells me that you're being guided by spirit. You're in tune with everything that's around us and near us. And by being in tune, I'm talking about connection. You're connected. And so, you'll know when somebody's not okay. It's like when you might not be feeling okay and Ruby will come up and give you a kiss or something like that. Animals are in tune, humans are in tune, and this is telling me that you're in tune as well. It's showing me too that you get a little bit frustrated at times. Okay, now that's going to be there for a little while. Okay, it's partly your age, and it's partly what happens when young girls get their hormones start going and they eventually go into puberty. It's like you come to own yourself and step into your own self as a young woman. But it's just showing me that you've got a really strong free will. Okay, you do like to voice your opinion, but it's also showing me that how can I say it? There's a I have to try and talk here. Sometimes we talk with like a harshness, Raya. We might come across and we might come across as angry, and you might say something to mummy out of anger or out of frustration or something like that. That's okay. I can see that energy coming in. But what I can also see is that you're going to actually learn to tame that. Okay, so it's almost like a wild horse running, and then you're going to tame it, if that makes sense. Lots of green tells me you're going to have healing energy, so you do have that. You have that healing energy naturally in you. So you love animals, and you care for animals, you care for people, and you worry about those type of things. But this guide that you have with you at the present time, she's really protective of you, and she's going to help you to express yourself in the next couple of years. And I just think that this is an amazing aura, and I'm really happy to see that this is the way that it is. I haven't done this for you before, so I'm going to hang on to that one, and we'll send it to you, Raya. Sister David, how you going? Will I ever conceive? I keep having miscarriage. I had the 5th passing. Yes, Daniela. Take your take your focus off it. Take your focus off it, okay? All right. I'll put that over there. All right, let's get into these dark crystal cards. Have some fun. Will I ever conceive? Yes, you will. All right, let's have a look here. Thank you, Mel, for sharing. I do private readings, of course, and running across the screen at the present time is a email address, and you can reach me there and book in for some readings. I have 1 hour readings, and I have 1 question reading, so I give choice, and I'm more than happy to read for you all there. Polycystic ovary syndrome isn't the be-all, end-all. There are other ways that you can conceive. So, Daniela, I just want to say to you, think outside the box a little bit. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. I feel like the more you're trying to focus on it, it's like you're letting the rest of the world go by. So when you take those blinkers off and you look at other things, then what's actually going to happen for you is you will conceive, and it will go ahead. Okay, you might need some assistance, but don't worry, I do see children there for you. Christina, the dark crystals, my cousin sent me these dark crystal cards. I like to read with different things. I mean, I have the traditional cards and things like that, but I like to do unorthodox readings with, you know, weird things. And so I have these dark crystal cards that my cousin sent me, and going to be reading with those tonight. The other week it was Mr. Men books. Professor, that's fine. You know that. Just having a look. Hi, Hannah. I'll have a look and see where I'm drawn to. If you've just jumped on board, the way that I'm working tonight is I'm going with where Spirit wants me to go. Okay, so I'm just having a look, and where I'm drawn to is where I'll actually deliver a reading tonight. So just bear with me, and you know, we've still got plenty of time. We've still got another hour, so don't stress, and you know, keep interacting, keep sharing. I'll keep dropping cards. It's all good. Yeah, my hair mail. I'm actually growing it, the top out again. All right. No pressure. I know. All right. Oh, David Watson, I'm really drawn to you. Okay. And I'm gonna pull these cards for you. Tammy, what was your question? I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Really hoping for you to feel connected to me. Oh my goodness, they're all jumping out. Pink. What's pink? My hair? My hair's not pink. No, it's not. All right, let's go. David. Daniela. Yep, okay. So you know what? I'll do yours next. Oh my gosh, a puddling. That's scary. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look, David. Let's see what we've got for you. I didn't even know what that is. It's the Mystics, I think. All right, let's have a look, see what the message is. Outside the castle entrance, gather and form a solid line of defense. Okay, so basically what this card is telling me on the back of it, I'm just reading, what I'm doing is going with the actual back and, you know, drawing from that, the guidance that I need to actually go. So David, what I'm being told is that your defenses, as in your personal protection, can be too high at some stage. That sentence came out totally wrong. What I want to say to you is you need to let people in. Okay, that's it in a nutshell. You need to let people in. You're not trusting, and you do push people away on a heart level. Okay, I do feel you need to soften yourself up a little bit, and I feel like you just need to let the guard down occasionally. This card is talking about, you know, the mystics approaching the entrance, and they're raising their voices in a line of defense. Okay, and I just feel like sometimes you're on guard all of the time, and it's almost like you're setting yourself up or prepping yourself for you know, for conflict or something along those lines. But I'm just wanting to say to you, the guidance that this card is giving me to give to you is that you actually need to sort of like look at things from a different perspective. Okay, don't always look for conflict, don't always look for anger, don't always look for pain, don't always look for, you know, don't expect that everybody's going to do the wrong thing by you. Let people in, learn to trust a little bit, always be skeptical. Okay, listen, but be skeptical, the Fifth Amendment. But I just feel as if, you know, you do shut yourself off from people, and because of that, people might get the wrong idea about you. And I do see you as a loyal, loving, caring person, but sometimes people may, you know, think of you as a little bit short, a little bit, I'm not going to say stuck up, but I just did. but you know, on the defense, if that makes sense. And so I just want to, you know, give you a gentle nudge to lower your defenses a little bit, trust in spirit, trust in guidance, and trust that, you know, the right people that you need in your life will actually come to you. So I hope that, you know, that makes sense for you, David. I feel like you really need this guidance. I feel like you really need some love and support around you at the present time. And the way that you're going to get that is to actually let your guard down and let people in. Okay. The aunt before, and I've just seen him again, was talking about asking for help and doing things in unity rather than doing things on your own. And I feel like you don't reach out for help, if that makes sense. So that's the guidance that the dark crystal cards are giving to you. Daniela Smith. All right, here we go. If you've got questions, pop them up. And if I'm drawn to you, I'll answer it. There's another podling. Daniela, do a little podling. Okay, let's have a look, see what it is. I have to read this out to you. It's really funny. It's so dramatic. It's just awesome. Deep within the castle, in his laboratory known as the Chamber of Life, the scientist selects a pod captive from a load squirming together in a wicker cage. He clamps the wriggling specimen into a metal chair by tightening the worm screw. It sounds totally brutal. It sounds totally brutal. However, there's always a message in the madness. Okay, deep within the castle is the Chamber of Life. Okay, the scientist selects a pod captive from a load squirming together. All right, this is talking about you being your worst enemy, Daniela. It's like you've captured yourself and you can't see any way out. Okay, you know, this is talking about tightening the worm screw. Now, I feel that that's really relative to how you overthink things and you're like screwing your brains out, if that makes sense. It's like you'll get tension headaches. You know, you'll overthink to the point where you actually give yourself a headache. And you know, I just want to say to you, get out of that lion's den. Okay, get out of that repetitive motion that you're going through every single day. Okay, you need to step outside and you need to actually free yourself. You're the only one that can free yourself because you are the one that has essentially captured yourself. Okay, the Chamber of Life, or isn't that a beautiful words? I mean, the Chamber of Life, I think that's what we're living in essentially at the present time, the Chamber of Life. And you know, a lot of us at the present time are really really feeling as if we're trapped. Okay, but we're actually not. We're trapped by our mind. I mean, I carry on all the time. I'm the worst for it. You know, I'm a Gemini. I hate having my wings clipped. If I feel like I'm locked in, I'm just the biggest nightmare to be around, because I just want to get out there. You know, I want to have choice. I want to, you know, I don't like people telling me what to do. I like to be in control of my own life, if that makes sense. I'll listen. I'll always listen to people and listen to the advice and guidance and apply that to where I need to be in my life. But, you know, I think this is really applicable to, you know, where things are at the present time. And it's just talking about, you know, being trapped in a castle called the Chamber of Life. And, you know, somebody's going to pluck it out and, you know, screw his brains out essentially with this, you know, metal head screw. Doesn't look too happy. Look, he's like, no, don't screw my brains out. But yeah, I think that you overthink things. And I just want to say to you, you know, relax. Okay, relax with your mind. All right, free yourself, because you're the only one that holds yourself captive. So many of us hold ourselves captive by thinking that this is all there is in this world. And I just want to say to you, you know, have a look at your opportunities, look at what you can be grateful for, and allow yourself to move forward. overthinking really doesn't get you anywhere, but gets you a headache, if that makes sense. Mel's talking about personal responsibility, and I think we all have a personal responsibility to ourselves to, you know, make sure that we are being looked after the best that we can. And I think that too many people look for other people and place that responsibility on others instead of taking it on ourselves and actually, you know, moving our own mojo instead of looking at it in other people. So I hope that makes sense for you. There you go. Where are we going now? Yeah, spirit never lets us down. You're right there, Mel. All right, let me have a look here. Tammy Callahan wants to know, is my daughter making the right decision with her love life, and will things work out with her partner? Tammy, I'm really cautious about reading for other people that I don't have approval for and stepping into their energy. If she was online and I had permission, I'd be more than happy to jump in and do that read. What I want to say to you, though, is that it's her own free will. So whatever she chooses to do is going to be the right decision for her at that time. There's obviously a lesson that she needs to learn with this person. Whether or not that works out, whether it does, whether it doesn't work out, or, you know, whether there's any preconceived ideas of how it may work out is irrelevant. All you can do, Tammy, is hold space for her and love her and let her know that you're there for her no matter what her choices are. Because, you know, from the minute they're born and they pop out, the children are on their own journey. They're in charge of their own mind, and the choices are already preset. They're already predestined. And so when you're asking whether she's making the right decision, she's making the right decision for her at that time. You know, we all make the right decisions for us in that moment, in that time. Some of those decisions might be harsh lessons, but doesn't mean they're wrong. There's no wrong lessons. There's no wrong decisions in life. There's just lessons. And, you know, you just have to understand that whatever she does, whatever she makes, it's an unconditional love you have to support her with, and just embrace that and let her know that no matter what happens with or without the partner, you love her unconditionally, and, you know, that she always has that safe place to return to. That's not judgmental. So that's my answer for that one. So I hope that you understand that. Tori, how you going? Oh, Professor, can you hear me now? Have you got your headphones on the right side? I locked the monster cat out. She's like totally feral at the moment. She went outside the other day and she went outside the other day and there's this little Jack Russell, right? And I used to have a Jack Russell, and it was the biggest pain in the ass dog ever, and its name was Jet. So every Jack Russell from this day forward is named Jet, right? Like this dog that we had, no joke. It even got hit by a car once, and it was looking at me as it was under the car being dragged down the road, and then it just got out from under the car and waddled off. So anyway, there's a Jack Russell that lives next door. I have to be quiet because it's the house next door to where I'm doing this reading. And this dog is a fair shit of a thing. It comes in and it eats all the magpie food, and it scares the crap out of Ariana. Anyway, the other day it was here and it scared the living daylights out of her. She's not wanted to go outside since. So she's been inside, and she has been like an acrobat in Circus du Soleil. Like she's absolutely hanging off the ceiling, off the chandeliers, off anything that stands still. And I think she's just burning off energy. But you know, I'm not unhappy that she's not going outside, because I don't really want her outside anyway. But yeah, I think she got the fight of her life from Jet. And it's like everywhere I go, there's a Jack Russell. Went to my friend's place during the week last week because I can actually, you know, drive a little bit. I'm not in total lockdown like Melbourne. Went to my friend's place and I'm sitting there having a coffee and there's this bloody Jack Russell at the front door. It's not her Jack Russell. And I'm like, no, Janet, there's a Jack Russell at your door. Yeah, next minute, along comes its owner chasing it and it got out. It's like, seriously, they're nightmare dogs. But all Jack Russells are called Jet. Tiana, how you going? Let's have a look. Jacinta, how are you? Sorry you was asleep. Jacinta, did I make you go to sleep? Tori, if you've just jumped online, the way that I'm working the readings is that I will go where I'm guided, okay? So I can see that a lot of you are asking for readings and I have to trust in spirit and I have to go where I'm guided to. So I just wait till they tell me where I need to go and who needs a reading. If nothing comes forward, then I'll pick somebody from my mental list. So that's how I'm working at the present time. If you do want a reading, I do have readings available during the week and you can book in with the email address that's running across the screen. There's several different types of readings that we have available. So I'm more than happy to read and bring through spirit and, you know, give you a one-on question there if you don't get a reading tonight. So it is up to spirit and I just wait and see where I'm going to go. Let's have a look. If you know, these banters go for a couple of hours, and if you're on and off, it doesn't bother me. I always believe that you hear what you need to hear, and so if you have things to do and you need to go, don't feel like you have to be stuck on here for 2 hours. Do you know what? I'm going to go with Melanie Anthony here. And I know Melanie, and please don't think I'm just reading for all my friends because I'm not. I'm going strictly with who I'm guided to go with, and even mediums need guidance. So let's have a look, see what Melanie's being guided for. Right, Mel, you got this one. The Mystic Scribe, it says, Mel. Urak, the scribe writes the simpler thoughts of the mystics on unwound cloth spirals. Deeper thoughts he winds into spirals. It is the scribe who has taught Jen the art of writing. Okay, Melanie, it's time to put pen to paper and actually start to write your journey, okay? I know that there's manuals that are sitting there that you haven't written or you've half written, and I also know that there's there's a lot inside you that's sort of sitting there. I don't know whether you're studying at the moment, but I do feel that there's a return to study coming in, but I feel this is more of a personal journey. I want to write in journals. I want to write, I don't know whether you're working on something for publishing, but I feel like I want to get back to it. Pick up the pen and write, Mel. I really feel as if there's going to be some channeling coming through for you and higher guidance, and this is the time to do it. So get ready, pick up the pen and actually, start the process. If you're stuck and you can't write, just start to write something. Doesn't matter what it is. You can write Mary Had a Little Lamb, don't care. Just write something with your pen, pick it up, and spirit will then guide you in the direction that you need to be guided in. So that's your message. That's what you need to know. Carmen, I've just completed and submitted a joint project. Aren't they funny, Trisha? This is like, you can read with anything. I just love these. Keep telling myself and wait. I've just completed and submitted a joint project. Are you able to sense if this will be as successful and we feel we hope? Carmen, I'm getting a thumbs up on that, so I feel like you'll pass. I don't know why you're doubting it. I feel like you've covered everything adequately, and it's just a waiting game, basically. But I'm being given a thumbs up when I'm looking into that, so I know you're going to be okay. Okay. All right, Rivka. And then I've got a couple of others that I'm being guided to. Feels so weird saying your name. Tori, I'm going to do your aura reading after this one, okay? Just bear with me, guys. I'm being directed by Spirit what I have to do and how I have to do it. So just bear with me for a second. Yeah, get out something different. I don't know, Trisha, I don't know if you saw, I just wiped my nose there because it was itchy. I don't know if you saw the banter a couple of weeks ago. We used Mr. Man's cards and it was just so funny. You can read anything. These are just like swap cards. I don't know, bubblegum cards or something. I have to hunt out a set of Star Wars ones. That's going to be awesome. Might do that. All right. Seriously. A pinch of salt. Oh my God. Where am I going? Wait, they're upside down. You heard that. Hang on a minute. Ah, Trisha, yeah, we were reading with Mr. Man books. I've just got a message from Spirit, so I'm just writing it down so I don't forget it. Sorry, guys. Ask some questions. Tell me how your week's been. I've just got this message from Spirit. I need to write it down or forget it. And I'm hearing like who I have to read for, what I have to do. It's just like having a private secretary here that's like, do this and do that. Your vibe is coming off really cool. I have a vibe. Sweet. Thanks, Tori. I'm just doing a bit of automatic writing. I don't know if anyone does that. Has anybody done automatic writing before? It's not something I'd normally do live on a live banter, but it's coming through, so I have to acknowledge it and have to own it as a meeting. You know, I'm fiddling with bits and pieces here because Spirit's touching me. So I'm not picking stuff out of my ears and I'm not scratching nits out of my hair or anything like that. That Spirit just touches me and it's like, you know, a nagging fly. The tats are cool. Thanks. I love my tats. Has anybody else got tattoos? I got my first one when I was 18. It was a butterfly. Still have it. It looks totally like warped. totally warped. What have you got, Tori? Come on, share. What you got? What tattoos has everyone got? Has anybody got tattoos? Oh yeah, Beck. My niece Bub's on here, and I have her lips tattooed. Look, and this is where is it there? This is my niece's lips, and this is one of my favorite tattoos that I have, and I absolutely adore her. And I think we kissed like she kissed. I made her kiss like 50 tissues, bits of paper, you name it, until we got the perfect lip print that we we're both happy with. And then I took it to my tattooist and he tattooed it on me. So they're my niece's lips and I absolutely adore her. And that's probably one of the most recognized tattoos that people notice on me. They're like, whose are those lips? They look amazing. And then my beautiful niece's Bec Stevenson, she's on there. I absolutely adore her. But yeah, we're in a club, like we were in a restaurant or something, weren't we, Bob? And we was someone, was it Harley's birthday? I can't remember now. We're like kissing tissues and napkins and bits of paper and you name it. We were kissing she was kissing everything to try and get the perfect lip print. And he did such a good job of that. And yeah, that's one of the tattoos that everybody mentions. And I absolutely adore my niece and nephew. Just okay, let me just finish this. Brendan's birthday. Okay, right, I've got that message there. Welcome back, Vivi. I bought my mom her first tattoo when I was 18 so she would let me go. That's so funny. I was yeah, I've done some sneakies to get tattoos as well. I've like had people give them to me as gift vouchers for my birthday, and it's like I have to get it. Look, it's a birthday present. You know, I have to get it. Do you find kids really struggle at the moment? Everyone I speak to is saying similar. Even without speaking about the COVID stuff too much, they seem to be really picking up on all the crazy energy. Okay, Trisha, the one thing that I want to say about children is that, hang on a second. I was drunk from my first tattoo. Beck, is Raya still watching? Tori, what was your tattoo? I want to know now. If you were drunk for your first tattoo, what was it? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, look, the one thing I just had to check because beautiful Raya is still watching and I don't want to talk down about her or any child. So I have to, I'm always mindful when children watch just how I present things. So what I know, and this is what I Laura, they're all you're mental. What I do know is that children of today are very, very different from the children of yesterday. Okay. I know from working with crystal skulls how different the energy is and just how different and how enlightened they are. And so, you know, when you're talking about children's energy, the children of today are born awake. They're really awake. They're really in tune. They're really connected as empaths already. They're born with a new crystalline structure or a crystalline energy structure. So where we have the etheric template and the blueprints and all of that sort of stuff that sort of gives us a foundation for our existence in who we are right now. What happens is there's a crystalline grid that's actually being implemented as well. And these children are automatically born with this crystalline grid. And so everything is already amplified. They are so more advanced than we'll ever be. You know, they can pull it out their butts and run circles around us. And we're never going to be able to catch us because they're just the next evolution up when we're talking about energies and energy systems. And so children, yes, they are, I wouldn't say they're struggling, but I would say that they're definitely feeling the pinch. And that's primarily because they're so empathetically connected to the rest of the world. and you know, the denser vibrations and the older generations that don't have that crystalline structure. You know, kids will come out with the most profound guidance these days, and you just sit there and your jaw drop, go, well, where did that come from? I didn't teach the kid that. And it's just uncanny. I mean, I noticed this probably back in 2013 when I was working with little ones, and just, you know, we used to call them the Oracle, and they'd come out with stuff and you just go, wow, you know, wow. It's stuff that we don't even have to teach them, because they're already born with that innate knowledge. They're already born with that knowing. And so they are, you know, they're connected. They're already connected to that divine energy, and they don't have to actually work. I mean, you know, little Raya, for example, is just incredible. You know, her connection to spirit is just out of this world. And you know, it may block off, she mightn't use it, she might develop it, I don't know. Laura, you're on, and Marco is the same, you know, really connected, really in tune. And even though he doesn't use it, he's still got it. I see in his energy. And so, you know, the kids of today are connected, and they are feeling it, yeah, because they're empaths. They're really in tune. But it's not so much them that they have the problem with. It's actually what's going on is they're feeling the rest of it. It's like us, for instance. They're feeling us. They're feeling us in our denser energies, and, you know, the more carbon-based platforms. And so, yeah, they are struggling, but for a different reason than what you're implying. Exactly, Trisha, exactly. Yeah. People working from a mental blueprint. Yeah, exactly. So they don't have that crystalline blueprint. They don't have that already implemented. You know, for some people, it is growing. It is being downloaded, and it is almost like on a 3D printer. You know, so for people that are working as light workers, and people that are working with spirit, and people that are, you know, doing healings and stuff like that, you know, whether you're doctors, nurses, whatever, they will get that download, but it will be like a 3D print, and it will be over time that it will actually, you know, come through and zip into our etheric templates. But these little ones are just, they're born awake, you know, they're born and their feet are ready to run, and off they go. So yeah, that's what's happening. Yeah, kids off the wall. Yeah, but you've got to have a look, Trisha, at what's going on in the world. You know, they're only acting out what the world is acting out, and you know, that's what's going on. Anyway, Rivka, I was doing your cards, wasn't I? I got interrupted. I have a message here for you as well, so I'll just contact me after, and I'll give you that message. That transcribe was for you. Laura, you stay on. Let's have a look here. All right, here we go. It's pretty morbid. Oh, this room has got spirits flying in it. Let's have a look. This is so morbid. It's so dramatic. I can hear the like music thumping in the background. The crystal flashes and a high-pitched boom of thunder sounds. Jen is thrown from the crystal and falls through the dazed air. He lands unharmed and runs over to Kira's lifeless body. Cradling her in his arms, he sobs with grief. Oh, these are awesome. These are awesome. Right, now, what guidance do I need to tell you out of that? Okay. All right. So, Rivka, what I want to talk to you, what I want to tell you, the guidance that I'm being, the guidance that I'm being given to pass across to you is that sometimes life throws things at us, okay, and sometimes we get thrown from life, Okay, I'm going to use the crystal as a metaphor here as life. And so what this card is actually showing me, and what this card is actually giving me direction to give to you, to pass on to you, is that it doesn't matter how hard you're thrown from things or how hard things are thrown at you, you're going to be okay. Okay, you're going to be okay. The grief that is actually mentioned in the base of this card is the grief within. Okay, it's the grief within. And what I want to say to you in this is that you cradle it to the point that you hang on to it, and I know that you do this, and so I just want to say to you, there's going to be a time coming where you have to understand that letting that grief out, you're still going to be okay. Okay, because it doesn't matter. It's like a cat, they're always going to land on their feet. And this is what this card is giving me guidance for you. It doesn't matter how noisy life gets, it doesn't matter how much wind blows around us, it doesn't matter how much things get thrown at us, you're always going to be okay. All right, that's the assurance. I feel like I have to give you this assurance, because I do feel that you're, you know, stuck in your mental head sometimes, and you question, is everything going to be all right? And you know, there's that external front that you will put forward that will, you know, be like a poker face, a straight face. You know, you come across as being okay, and I'm fine, and I'm not gonna, you know, let anything out, and I'm not gonna, you know, be perceived to break in or in anything. And I think this is a reading that everyone can take on as well, is that, you know, just because you look fine on the outside doesn't mean that you're not struggling on the inside, and it's okay to actually let that out. It's okay, you're going to be okay. So that's the guidance that you know, is going on here. It doesn't matter how far you fall from the crystal of life, you're gonna land unharmed. Okay, and you know, when you're having a look at this now, the dark crystal is very much a yin and yang kind of thing. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but Jen and Kira are very much in alignment as the yin and the yang of this particular breed of being in the dark crystal, the Gelflings. And what I'm actually seeing here is that Kira represents your divine inner feminine, and Jen represents the masculine. And so you're always out there, you know, trying to do things, and here your masculine is cradling your feminine. So what's actually going to happen is that he will inevitably, you know, support or provide that balance for you to be able to just let it go and bring that all into alignment. And so you're not one or the other, you're balanced in your entirety, if that makes sense. So that's how I see that card for you. You know, it's almost like you're cradling yourself, but I know that, you know, Spirit's telling me you're going to be okay. And there's some words here from your grandma as well. There you go. A little ant still running around. Hey, buddy. Told me he doesn't want to go back to school, loves homeschooling. Yeah, of course he does. You gotta watch the Dark Crystal. You gotta watch the Dark Crystal, and you have to watch Labyrinth. Insane. Wendy Watson, I'm really drawn to you. But I did say I was going to do an aura reading, didn't I? All right, guys, we're coming up to the 9:30 mark. So I'm going to get off at 10 o'clock, just so you know. Tori, was it you I said I was going to do the aura reading for? Labyrinth is creepy. Your house is creepy. Oh, I've got itchy nose. Sorry, guys. I've got itchy nose. Get off. Oh, I think I killed the ant. Oh, buddy. No, he's okay. Get up there. I think I broke his leg. Oh, he's definitely slower than he was. All right, Tori. Karma. I killed the ant. No, he's all right. He's still living. I just think I broke his leg or something. Okay. Tori, let's have a look here for you. So I just gave that ant some coffee. It'll be like spinning around in a minute. I hate killing little creatures. I can't do it. It's like yesterday I was chopping some wood and there was a termite in the wood. And yeah, I couldn't even kill the termite. I had to redirect him to another piece of wood. I just, yeah, couldn't fathom the poor termite burning alive in the fireplace. Has anybody else saved animals? Do you know what happened to me the other week? I ran over a rabbit and killed it. I was devastated. Oh my God, I could not believe it. I've not hit anything in so long, and I was driving along. I was almost home, and this rabbit just came out of nowhere, and I just cleaned him up. I felt so bad. So, I still feel bad that I killed the rabbit. Silly little thing. I hate killing animals, but I stayed with him, and I pulled him off the road and made sure that the ravens would be able to get him. But yeah, did I cook it? No. You guys are shocking. I'm trying to be sympathetic here. I killed a creature. I killed a rabbit. You're supposed to say, you know. No, I didn't take it home like I did with the birds. Yeah, speaking of which, I'm chasing kookaburra parts. Kookaburras. I'm one of those people who capture spiders and put them outside. Yeah, Trisha, I'll put you on speed dial because there's no way I'm catching a spider. Actually, funny you say that. When I first moved into this place, Ariana must have come in on a piece of wood, but Ariana found this spider, and it looked like it was antique. It was like limping along is the only way I could describe it. And yeah, this thing was like limping along, and I'm petrified of spiders. And I had to like walk it outside because Her Majesty found it, and I didn't want to kill it. Oh, what am I doing? Hey, look, there's people on here that want readings. I know. I don't know how to get them off. Anyway, I think I've wounded the ant, and I think I definitely killed the rabbit. Yeah, I don't care. They can jump on my bandwagon. Good luck to them. They can deal with Queen Victoria. She's happy to deal with them. All right. Tori's asked what an aura reading is. So, everything living, Tori, has an energy field around it, and what I actually see is that around people. So sometimes it comes sometimes it comes across as a haze around people, but when you actually tune into it, it comes through all different colors, all spectrums of the rainbow, and everything translates into colors. So what I'm actually reading is your energy system. Okay. I'm reading your energy body, and so it'll give me an insight into your health. Sometimes it'll give me an insight into what's near and around you, what you're dealing with on an emotional level or a physical level. You can tell so much about the auric field because it is our living energy system. So plants, everything living will have an aura around it. And so that's what I'm reading, your energy. I always see the auras in two parts. I see the auric field as an inner auric field and an outer auric field. And what I actually how I explain it is that the inner auric field is our core beliefs. It's things that have sort of like structured us. It's life's impressions. It's a lot deeper. So if somebody passes on that energy and how it's affected us will sit in the inner auric field. Whereas the outer auric field, it bounces off, give a couple of hours. Perfect example of the outer auric field is when you walk into a room and there's two people arguing, you feel really fine, and then suddenly you like get cranky. It's because that energy's just like clung onto you and bounced onto you, if that makes sense. And so when you get out of the room, or when they get out of the room, you're like, oh man, thank God the energy's gone. And a couple of hours later, you'll be back to your normal sense. But that's basically what an aura reading is. So Tori, I've done yours. Okay. Looks like that. Normally I'd have a template of a person, sort of like, you'd have the, I'm drawing it on there for you. Right, happy smiley face here. Stick person. There you go. Right, that's kind of where it sits. But what I'm seeing for you, Tori, is there's a lot of purple in your auric field at the present time, which is showing me that spiritualism or spirituality is coming into your aura. And I feel like you had it and then you let it go, or you tapped into it and then you let it go. So I'm just seeing that coming into the surface at the present time, and I'm seeing coming into your vocal range as well. So it'll be something that you're actually talking about, almost like walking your talk, if that makes sense. Now I also feel too that there's some healing near or around mother issues for you also. Okay. Oh, this chair. I'm in my other barber chair tonight, and this one's not as comfy as my usual barber chair. So yeah, that's why I'm wiggling around. But what I'm actually seeing here is some healing near around mum issues. Okay. And that's that big green line that runs across the middle there. So I know that that's actually something that you've actually looked at, or something that's actually coming to the surface. So some really big healing, either with your mum or how you reflect and perceive yourself as being a mother, if that makes sense. There's a whole lot of pink near and around you as well. So I know that there's beautiful loving energy near and around you, and you have been in a loving environment in the last few weeks, because I can see that's going on there. There is orange in there that's showing me that conflict is coming up, but I feel like it's external conflict that you're being made listen to. I almost want to say to you, don't take it on. Listen, move it on. Okay. And that can be holding space for somebody. It can be somebody's conflict, but I just want to say, don't take that on. It's coming into your ears, but let it go, if that makes sense. Okay. There's healing in your heart as well. All right. So I feel that you're coming into yourself, and you're actually allowing yourself to heal, and you're allowing yourself to come back to self. So I just have to acknowledge that as well. There's a lot of blue energy floating around also, which is speaking your truth, and it's coming from a mindset. You're changing your mind about things, and you're really coming into alignment. Okay. Now I don't know whether you suffer migraines, or whether there's been something with your head recently, but there's just a I call them little trigger marks right between the eyes there. Okay. So I just know that there's some pressure in the front of the head here. So I don't know, again, if it's a headache or a tension headache, or whether you're overthinking things. It's old energy, and it can be old thought patterns as well. So it's, I don't know whether you're getting headaches again. Somehow I feel as if it's hormone related, and I feel like you may have had this a while ago, because I feel like it's coming back up now. Now, with that coming back up, with it is stuff that you need to deal with from your past. Okay, we like to bury things, but inevitably they do come back and they bite us on the bum. So I know that you're dealing with those type of things as well. Don't get caught up in the energy of anger. Let it go, let it pass, push it through. Don't take it on. Not my monkey, not my circus is something that I love to pass on to everybody that's listening. You don't have to be caught up in other people's drama. You can listen, you can hold sacred space, but you don't have to respond, and you certainly don't have to take it on. So Tori, that's your aura read, and I'll pass that across to you. Okay, all right, where are we at time-wise? 9:46. All right, I'm going to do three quick reads, and then we're going to set it aside till Wednesday when we come back online for the banter. Cards are all over the place. Not your monkey, not your circus. I love it. It's mine too. Not my monkey, not my circus. Oh, it's your conflict. You go deal with it. I love that one as well. Yeah. Not my monkey, not my circus. But there you go. It's just an affirmation, confirmation that what you're being told is guidance from spirit. I'm just sorting these cards out because I must have somehow got them all messed up. But these are good. We'll read with these again. All right, let me see where I'm drawn to. Okay. Reva Watson Lowe, are you still online? Reva, R-E-V-A. He's doing a house clean out. Yeah, Tori, grief shows up in numerous ways. What I am seeing is that there's a lot of loving energy near and around you, and that can be from spirit, but it can also be from spirit near and around, from people near and around you as well. That's just coming in there. Yes, Wendy, I was. I don't know. I'm going to do yours for Wendy. I remember. Thank you for reminding me. If you don't get a reading from me today, please don't be disheartened. Come back online and watch us. I do try and get to as many people as I can, but at the end of the day, it's spirit show, and I go where I'm directed to. But you will get, you will get readings, so don't be disheartened. And of course, there's always the availability to book your private reading, but when I'm doing the banters now, I go where I'm directed and who spirit wants to connect with, and what messages I need to pass on for those people. So Reva, are you still on? Okay, Wendy, let's have a look here. Hi, Jennifer. I love these pictures. Like, check this out. Wendy, who's got no eyes? Ooh. Let's have a look here. Let's see what's got Wendy. Skektek. The scientist learned the art of creating beams of light from the dark crystal, which he then burns into the eyes of the pod captives, making them living ghosts. After the light strikes them, they become perfect slaves. How morbid. All right, Reva, I'm going to put you on the list for next, okay, because Spirit's asking me to talk to you. So what I want to say to you, Wendy, is that, let me just have a look here. The art of creating beams of light from the dark crystal. To the eyes of the captives. Okay, Wendy, what I want to say to you in regards to the card that I've drawn for you is that change the way that you see things. Okay, change the way that you're looking at things. Yeah. Okay, Lilithov. Bye, Raya. Sweet dreams. Yeah, what I'm actually seeing here is that you need to change the way that you're actually looking at things. I feel that in a way you're enslaving yourself, and I know that we touched on this in a reading earlier. We do keep ourselves enslaved, and I think that this is, you know, based on what you see and how you're perceiving things. If you are looking at if you're looking at a glass and it's got, you know, half the amount of liquid in it, you can look at it as being half full or half empty. And so what I'm actually wanting to say to you is that you need to switch the polarity on how you're actually looking at things, Wendy, because I feel like you're blinding yourself almost. You're not opening yourself up to full potential. And it's like there's blinkers on, or you're not seeing something to its full potential. I'm not quite sure what the words that Spirit's trying to use there, but what I'm actually seeing is a photograph. And you know, when you have the opportunity to take a photograph, or you have the opportunity to take a panoramic photograph, and that's what Spirit's showing to me. I want to widen things. I want to broaden things. I want to broaden what you're actually looking into. Okay, because what you're actually doing is, by keeping those blinkers on, you're becoming a slave to this lineage. And I want to spread it out. And I want to say, well, there's so much more that you could actually be looking at, and so much more that you could be opening yourself up to. You know, I feel as if, you know, you're a shadow of your former self is what I want to say here. It's like, I'm not quite sure who has sort of dampened your spirit. That's the word I want to use, dampen your spirit. But I feel as if you've had an experience whereby you've lost who you are, and because of losing who you are, your vision has been, you know, drawn in. And so I want to say to you, like, you know, broaden your horizon a little bit, take it out, and actually allow yourself to see the full picture, and the full potential of what you are and who you're about. Because at the moment, I feel like you're only living a portion of who you are. You're working on 3 cylinders instead of 4, or 2 cylinders instead of 3. I feel like you're not working your full potential, and a part of the reason is because you think that that's all you're worth. And so I want to say, you need to change the way you look at yourself, and you need to change the way you're actually looking at the world and how you're approaching things. If you're only ever going to see a glass half empty, then that's all you're going to see, a glass half empty. But if you see it half full of potential, then you're going to go a lot further, if that makes sense. So Wendy, that's what I'm being guided for on this card for you. Reva. Which way does it go? That way. Okay, Reva, this is your card. And it talks about Dreamfast. The mystics had rescued Jen from the ruins of his village and had raised him in the Valley of the Standing Stones. There, Jen was brought up with riddles of enchantment, music, and dreams. Okay. Reva, what I want to say to you is you need to bring your dreams into fruition. I feel as if you receive a lot of guidance during your dream state, or a lot of guidance when you're in that theta brain state at nighttime. And so I would love you to actually tune in, or set it up that you're going to receive that guidance at nighttime that's going to come forward into your daytime with clarity and concisiveness. What I actually want to say to you is get a dream diary, because I do feel as if messages will start to come forward for you. And even though they may not make sense right here, right now, I do feel as if there's going to be some importance and some clarity that's coming through. Okay. You know, all of us are connected All of us are connected to this world, to the next world, and to so many different planes of existence. You know, time is an illusion. I say this to you every week. Time is an illusion. And to think that this is all we is naive and silly, because we're so much more. We're a part of a bigger picture, the great expanse of all that there is. We're connected to higher source. We're connected to all that there is, and that's where we go back to when we pass. We go back to divinity. We go back to our higher self, into that soul essence of who we essentially are. And what I want to say to you is that for you, you know, the guidance that you're being given that's enabling you to move forward on that journey is going to be coming forward, not only in your dream state, but how you're actually dreaming your life. You know, all of us, I guess, have a preconceived idea of who we are, what we're about, and where we're going. And I just want to say to you, Reva, the guidance that Spirit's passing across for you is that you need to change the way you're looking at things, okay? There's so much more out there. Again, like I said to Wendy, there's so much more out there. Dream bigger is the word I want to say, and listen to your dreams, okay? There's a double-edged sword there. Number one, dream bigger. So, you know, don't think that this is all you're worth. Okay, self-worth, I do feel, is a problem for you, and I feel like, you know, you're always second guessing things. I feel like you're always going externally and looking for somebody else's approval, if that makes sense. And I want to just say, bring it back to you and say, just trust in the journey, trust in the guidance, trust in the dreams, and trust in everything that you're being gifted. You're not a silly person, but sometimes I do feel that you doubt yourself, and therefore you go to other people for clarity, and other people for their opinions of how things should be, instead of just going with that first thought of, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is right. So the baseline guidance that Spirit's passing across here is trust yourself and trust your dreams. Okay, I hope that makes sense for you. All right, I got time for one more. Let me see where I'm going to go with this. Hello, date of birth 1st of the 8th 84. Have I met my twin flame? If so, is there a name or initials, please? Lisa, I'm getting a big J initial around that. So, you know, I've studied extensively the twin flame journey, and there's one thing, if there's one thing that I can say to you for anybody on a twin flame journey, or anybody who feels that they're in a twin flame relationship, is to concentrate on yourself. Okay, concentrate on who you are, develop who you are as the divine feminine, and once you've done that, the divine masculine energy will come in. You can't, you know, the twin flame journey is a mirror image, and so, you know, they will be a reflection for us. That will push us to the extreme to develop our soul, so that in the end it comes back to center. So Lisa, don't worry about who they are, just concentrate on you, and doing what you need to evolve your soul to bring forward those lessons, so that when the time when he actually comes in, or she actually comes in, you know, you're ready to partake in the next part of that journey. But I do see a J initial around it. I'm not quite sure if that applies to you where you are at the present time, but you know, I want to take that pressure off being a twin flame and just enjoy the relationship, and concentrate on yourself, if that makes sense. Okay, last card reading. Christine Stone, I'm going to go with. Christine Stone. Okay. While I'm shuffling, I just want to say thank you for everyone joining me tonight. I always love these Sunday nights. They're fun. Oh, there we go. Cards out. All right. Let's have a look, Christine. See what your advice is. Olgra's Observatory. Inside Olgra's observatory, beneath a glowing golden dome, are whirling discs and whizzing rods, and an enormous model of the 3 suns and their planets, all of them spinning, with moons and comets rising and falling, swooping down and around. Okay, so what I want to talk about is essentially your connection to, or you being connected to all that there is. You know, when we stand under the stars or under the sun, we're very small. Okay, we're like a little dot. It's like being a drop in the ocean. We're very small, and we have this incredible expanse of universe that we're all connected to. And this is just putting in perspective that we are in essentially a room that's always got stuff going on, and so we're always observing. And sometimes we can become a little bit overwhelmed with what we are observing. Sometimes we're aware of that bit of being overwhelmed by it. Sometimes we're not, because, you know, when you have it going on all around you all the time, sometimes you don't notice it. It's like people that live in a beautiful part of the country. They say, oh, I take it for granted because I'm there all the time. It's because you become almost like blended in with what's around you. You know, I remember when I used to live in the Yarra Valley, you drive in and out all the time, and somebody say, oh my God, you live in the most incredible place. And then you stop and look and go, yeah, I do. You are right. I do. And so what I want to say to you in this card is that, you know, you do stop and you do observe, but I want to say to you, don't feel so daunted. Don't feel like a little person. Okay. You know, don't be scared by the noise the universe makes, because, you know, you can make just as much noise when you want to. We are all little people, and, you know, the world is a very big place, and there's a lot going on at the present time, and all of us are overwhelmed in one way or another. And so for you, what I just want to say to you is that, you know what, sometimes when you do stop and you actually have a look at the bigger picture, you know, you see that things aren't always what we first thought them to be, if that makes sense. You know, sometimes we have a belief system that carries us out through our life, and then suddenly when we actually stop and have a look at it, we realize it isn't what we first thought it to be. And as I'm talking about this, I'm reminded of the Wizard of Oz and the Great Wizard of Oz. And, you know, you've got Dorothy and the Tin Man and the Lion, and they're all like skipping down the yellow brick road. And, you know, they come to the Emerald City, and there's this big, you know, Oz boom bang, you know, he's speaking over the all-powerful Oz, and it's just like a little midget behind a curtain. And so I just want to say to you, you know, don't be so overwhelmed by the grandness of, or the grandness of scale that we have in this existence. And I think everybody, you know, listen up on this one. You know, don't be overwhelmed by, you know, what people are saying, how it is going, you know, the elections and COVID, and don't be overwhelmed by all of this. Just find something simple and focus on that. Just pause for a minute and focus on that, because when you really have a look at it, what's actually going on is very mechanical. Okay, it's very routine, and this is the way that it goes, and we know this is the way that it goes, and it's assured this is the way that it goes. But while we're looking at all of these things, the real thing is being ignored. Okay, so you've got this little guy that's, you know, the Wizard of Oz sitting behind a curtain pretending to be all powerful, and he's just a little guy that's got good advice, basically. And that's who we are. We're just little guys in a big expanse of mechanical rubbish, essentially. And I just want to say to you, you know, doesn't matter how loud it gets, doesn't matter how noisy it gets, go to the simple place and just stand there for a minute and look up and just realize that, you know, everything up there is just as small as you are down here, and nothing is better than anything else. So I just want to pass that message across to you. You know, never think that you're anything less than anything else, because, you know, if the stars were to look down on us, we'd be little too. And we're looking up them and they're little as well. So, you know, as above, so below. Everything comes into balance and alignment. All right, crew, that's it for this week. If any of you would love a reading, I do have some spaces available for the next week. I've got some 1 hour readings, and I've got some 1 question readings available, different prices, of course. But if you want to message me, I'll fill you in on what's available. office.ozpsychicbarber@gmail.com. Thank you all for joining me. I think these cards have been really cool. I'm glad that I found them in my packing up today. Try and find something to throw out during the week, whether it's an old program program or those size 6 pair of jeans, whatever it's going to be. And, you know, just allow yourself to be free. Okay, think outside the box a little bit. If you only think your glass is half full, it's only going to be half full. But, you know, please just remember, it's never going to stay the same. Keep being fluid. Keep moving forward. It doesn't matter if you fall on your butt. Get up and have another go. There's an old saying by Rocky that says that, you know, it doesn't matter how many times you get hit. What matters is how many times you get back up. And I really feel that that's important for us to remember. We all fall down, but what matters is that we get back up and we try again. Okay? We fail if we don't try. All right? Everybody can sit there and make judgment of us, but are they trying? Maybe, maybe not. But the warriors and the winners are the ones that are trying. And I know that you guys on here are trying. So take it easy, breathe through the week, and remember that, you know, if you're struggling, reach out to somebody. Don't sit in silence and, you know, struggle alone. Suicide, mental health, all of this stuff is really at the forefront of things right now. There are so many things that are available to you guys. Okay, there's phones that you can ring up. There's you know, you can ring up Lifeline. You can ring up friends. Like, if you're really in trouble, give me a call. Email me, say, Bec, I'm not coping, and I'm happy to talk you through whatever it is that you're struggling with. But we're all in this together, guys. We're in one universal consciousness. We're all connected, and you know, together we're going to be invincible. We're going to beat this, and we're going to move on. So please bring some love into your world this week. You know, bring some love into your world. Bring some love into your heart. Get rid of your size 6 jeans and move forward. And I'm going to see all of you, some of you on Wednesday at 12 o'clock midday, and the rest of you I'm going to see next week at 8 p.m. So lots of love from the stars to your heart, guys. I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to give you lots of blessings and healing for the week. I'm going to bring Simon in as well today, and I'm going to send you all some healing. There's also, because I feel like we could all do with a bit of healing. Lots of love, and I'll talk to you all soon. Blessings.